Dak Prescott has signed the second largest contract in the history of the quarterback position in all of football. $160 million guaranteed. Let me give you some of the big details here. Dak Prescott will make $66 million to sign, $75 million in year one, the most in NFL history. The deal can be worth up to $164 million. No trade clause, no tag provision for the franchise tag. Guarantee is $126 million. First 3 years, average $42 million per year. Congrats to Dak Prescott, who made only just over $2 million in his first 4 years in the NFL after being a fourth-round draft pick. And he now is set to be the second highest paid quarterback of all time in the history of the game of football. Patrick Mahomes, by the way, the highest paid at $45 million per year. Dak Prescott, $40 million average. Deshaun Watson, $39 million. Russell Wilson, $35 million. Call your agent, Aaron Rodgers, $33.5 million. Jared Goff also making $33.5 million. Kirk Cousins, $33 million. Carson Wentz, $32 million. Matt Ryan, $30 million. Ryan Tannehill, $29.5 million. You might be noticing there something kind of significant, I think. Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, the four highest paid quarterbacks in the history of the NFL are all black. And so the NFL comes in for a massive amount of criticism from the Corona Bros out there, from the sports media left-wing loons. The reality is the NFL gets America right. They want you to prove that you are the best, and then if you do so, you get rewarded. It's the ultimate meritocracy. The NFL has created more black millionaires than any business in the history of the world. Think about that for a minute. The NFL, an American institution, has created more black millionaires than any business that I'm aware of in the history of the world. It's pretty remarkable to think about. And this idea that everybody out there wants to trot out all the time, oh, the NFL is fundamentally racist, oh, there's systemic racism, oh, there's not equity, there's no equality. It's not true. The NFL pays the best players the most money. And right now, 4 black quarterbacks are the highest earning of all time. This is one of those stories that won't go away. But over the last 20 years, plus this generation, there's no racism against black quarterbacks in the NFL. There just isn't. It's a just win baby league. And there have been a lot of quarterbacks go number 1 overall who are black and be bust, just like there are a lot of white quarterbacks who go number 1 overall and are bust. Really, going all the way back to Michael Vick, when he was the number 1 overall draft pick in the NFL, basically since then, there really hasn't been any racism at the quarterback position. If you can play, you get paid, no matter what your race is in the NFL. It's why the NFL is the ultimate meritocracy, and also why, in my opinion, I think America should look more like the NFL, in that I'm a capitalist. If you've got the goods, you deserve to get paid as much as you possibly can, so congrats to Dak. Now, I do think Dak and his team won this negotiation in a big way over Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. Jerry Jones and the Cowboys could have paid less money last year. Now they're paying the second highest salary for a quarterback in the history of football, who is coming off of a devastating injury and has not yet proven that he can take the proverbial next step. I believe he's won 1 playoff game in his career in Dallas. I'm skeptical of the Dallas Cowboys' ability to contend for a Super Bowl next year, or even in the years that Dak is the quarterback. And that's basically what the standard is now. Dak Prescott either wins a Super Bowl, or this contract is going to be looked at as a failure for the Dallas Cowboys. And from a Jerry Jones perspective, I think the risk is all on Jerry Jones, because Dak Prescott has guaranteed himself $126 million. Props to him for what he has been able to gain in the process. But you always look at contracts in terms of risk and reward. And to me, the risk is all squarely on the Dallas Cowboys, and the reward, by and large, is all squarely on Dak Prescott. Props to him for getting this deal done. but I think the risk to the Dallas Cowboys is substantial.